Coach, some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Set. 70 ending. The mic. You.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newman. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Mike spoke. 22, jet bomber. 22, jet bomber. Kill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 21-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4, Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
2nd and 3 at the 4-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 yards. Run, 64. Weak. I don't think you got it, son. Tight dog. Dog. Alert 3. Alert the ball.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tony Pollard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Jaguars nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. This is caught by Antonio Brown. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun, and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score, Ravens 7.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight.
They go play action with Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and 2, Jackson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On the double. The mic. 44's the Hopper.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, Newman. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Operating from the gun, Newman. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Newman. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw on 2nd down, Newman. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
We gonna shut y'all down.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0 from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 ending. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown as the first half is winding down as the Ravens push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah,
and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
A loss of 2 yards. It's second down.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Down. And read. Mike. Check. He runs. Ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple. Up to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
Mike Fofo. Here we go, G.
On third down, Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
44. Spell. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Switch. Shift.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air as the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Ravens 28, Jaguars nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Second and long. And an alley to run. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0.
Looking to throw. Newman. Wide open receiver, complete. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
41's the set. Go.
On first down, Newman. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year.
That's fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
We got this.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just 1 play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go play action now. Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he comes back with 1 complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
All day, baby. All day. All day. Go. Motion. Exit. Check 24. Same on.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Got it. 48's off. Check. 48's the mic.
I smell fear in that offense.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Mike 48. Wants to run.
Play action. Now Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Shut. 40 to Pittsburgh. 48's Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you. Shut up.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second down and goal. Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
His guys take over.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you plan...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 93 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Operating from the gun, Newman. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Jaguars 17.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. Man open left side is Brown. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Brown. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now Jackson, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Jackson. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, Newman. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newman. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tavon Young, and that will write a finish to this ball game. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Baltimore, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.